Hello, audience. Welcome to another episode of Have You Seen It? I am Charles. I am with the lovely Denise. How you doing, girl?
I am fine. How are you?
I am doing outstandingly excellent. I changed it up on you.
Okay, so just make it another hashtag outstanding outstandingly excellent. Say that 5 times fast.
So me and Denise was talking earlier, and I was saying to her, I was saying, "Girl, it is getting cold at night, right?" And what did you come back and say to me?
I said I wouldn't know because I'm asleep at night.
I was telling Denise that it's 5:30 dark, not not bedtime. And it's nice to know that she actually goes to sleep. It's nice to know that.
Well, when you say it's cold outside, I'm thinking cold outside when I'm sleeping, so I wouldn't know. It's not my business. I'm sleeping.
So Denise, tell the audience what movie you're going to recommend this week.
All right, the movie that I'm recommending this week is actually a documentary that was made in 2013. It's called Valentine Road. And the reason it's called Valentine Road is because the tragic incident that occurred in this documentary happened on February 12th, 2008 in Oxnard, California. Well, on this day, an eighth grader by the name of Brandon McInerney shot his classmate Larry King twice in the back of the head during their first period class. Larry unfortunately died 2 days later, and this incident not only shocked the nation, but also the community. And one of the big questions was this a hate crime? And the reason that question comes about is because the perpetrator was a neo Nazi uh, student, if you will. He was a budding neo Nazi who, was the target, if you will, of Larry King's affections. Larry was gay and very effeminate in his behavior, and he had a crush on Brandon. And this made Brandon uncomfortable and obviously angry enough for him to shoot him during school. As the documentary progresses, you find that the two students, the victim and the perpetrator, have commonalities. Okay. They are both victims of physical abuse at home. They are from broken homes, and both of them are searching for belonging. Essentially, the perpetrator is looking for belonging. That's why he wants to be a member of this neo Nazi group. He is being groomed. And then you have Larry, who is trying to belong to not only the school community, but perhaps the community that shares his identity. When I'm looking at this documentary, it is sad, so your eyes will well and some tears may drop. But the thing that puzzled me the most about this documentary was the adults. The adults were clueless as to what to do in a situation where you have an obvious bully in your classroom or in your school, and you obviously have a victim who is a little different, unique, a little odd, whatever you want to classify this student as. But that's no reason for him to be killed because he is different.
So
And
Denise, let me ask you a question. So
yeah,
you as a teacher, would you do you feel like you would have recognized this situation? Because it seemed like it hit a little nerve here, right? So was you to recognize this?
absolutely. And I'm not the GOAT of teachers by any stretch of the imagination, but I would have recognized a bully immediately. I would have recognized a student who's a little different, little quirky, however you want to call it. And I would have known that this child who is gay is going to be the potential of he's going to be a potential victim of a bully of some sort at some point during his time in school. And you're in middle school, so this is where a lot of this nonsense, this bully stuff, occurs. It happens in elementary school as well, but you see it in middle school and you see it in high school, and how teachers, administrators, parents, counselors did not jump on this in a better, more effective way than what they demonstrated in this documentary just blew my mind. So I recommend, if you want a lesson in tolerance and acceptance, or if you just want to refresh your knowledge of LGBTQ and how it affects young students and, the things that they go through trying to find their place, in their communities and in the world, this is a good documentary to check out. Valentine Road.
My recommendation for this week is Greenland, starring Gerard Butler, Marina Baccarin, Roger Dale Floyd, and Scott Glenn. Gerard Butler plays John Garrity. He is a structural engineer living in Atlanta with his wife, Allison, who is played by Marina Baccarin, who I love. He also with their diabetic son, Nathan, who's played by Roger Dale Floyd. Him and his family is preparing to host a party in the neighborhood. And the party is, they're going to be looking at on TV the remnants of a giant meteor that's going to come past Earth. And some of the remnants are going to come off that meteor and supposed to burn up in the air. So it's going to be a really spectacular light show in the air. Well, to their horror, that did not happen. What ended up happening was pieces of the meteor were bigger and they were not burning up in the atmosphere. And they were coming and hitting down on Earth and causing tremendous damage. And so they come to find out that meteor, it wasn't going to go past Earth. It was going to hit Earth and cause a extinction-like event. Well, the government hid this from everybody in the world, because about the time they found out, if they'd have told anybody, it wouldn't have did any good. So John Garrity and his family are now in a race against time to try to find somewhere on Earth that they can house themselves from this horrific event that's about to happen to Earth. This one can be seen on paid review, and my recommendation is Greenland.
My nailed it for this week is the entire bridal party of the movie Bridesmaids. I could not choose just one bridesmaid, but the scenes that had me laughing out loud were, the engagement party, the bridal shower, the bridal fitting, and the airplane scene with Melissa McCarthy. I can't even describe her crude and obnoxious behavior. But this movie was really funny, and I just think that the entire cast, whoever put those women together, did a really great job, and they were all funny in their own right. So that is my nailed it, the bridal party from the movie Bridesmaids.
So my nailed it actress for this week is Kate Beckinsale as Celine in the Underworld movies. In these movies, that girl kicks some natural born butt. Right? And she really played this character to the T. I'm still confused, but it's a good confusion. She had on this black, I'm going to call it cat suit, right? And she would bring all kind of weapons, and then she reloads. I don't know where she was bringing this stuff from, because I didn't see none of it on her in that suit. That suit was so tight. I'm like, where is she bringing this stuff from? I may have been paying too much attention to that suit. So,
that may have been the problem.
so my nailed it actress for this week is Kate Beckinsale as Celine in the Underworld movies.
You can subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that like button. And we are available on every podcast platform in the universe. Just type in Have You Seen It with Charles and Denise? And there we will be.
Have You Seen It is out.
Bye-bye.